Hello, everyone. Welcome to 2 Books in 2 Minutes with Mrs. Whiteside. Today I want to talk to you about The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Now, this is the Chronicles of Narnia series written by C.S. Lewis, and these books are classics. They were written back in the 1950s, and they're so entertaining, and I don't want you to overlook them. So I want to tell you a little bit about this. So it starts with, in World War II, these kids lived in London. There's 4 siblings: Peter, Susan, Edmund, and Lucy. And they were sent away because there was bombings in London. So they were sent away to an old professor's home kind of out in a rural area where they would be safer. So the youngest, Lucy, is very inquisitive, very curious. And one day she discovers a wardrobe, and she walks in and she discovers that it takes her to another land called Narnia. And she comes back and tells her siblings. They don't believe her. And then finally Edmund goes in because he wants to prove her wrong, and he discovers she's right. So eventually all 4 of them make it into Narnia. And while they're in there, they meet some very interesting characters. They have some dangerous moments. There are some scary different conflicts that happen. But in the end, I feel like this is one of the best stories of all time about the conflict between good and evil, and that when you really love someone, that true love is really sacrifice. So this book is a book I read 40 years ago, and when I picked it up and read it again recently, I think I loved it even more because I just got so many of the messages involved. So this is one that you've got to put on your list because it is, I think it's an important book to have, and I think you'll absolutely love it. So check it out. The second book I want to tell you about today is called The Remarkable Journey of Coyote Sunrise, written by Dan Gemmenhart. It's a realistic fiction book. So this story is about a dad and a daughter, and a tragedy happens in their family where they lose the mom and 2 sisters to a tragic car accident. So they decide that in order to deal with this, they're going to change their name. So the main character changes her name to Coyote, and the dad changes his name to Rodeo. And they decide that they are going to renovate a school bus and travel around the country and just reinvent themselves and seek some adventure. So on their journey, they meet all sorts of interesting characters. But first, Coyote one day gets a phone call from her grandma, and her grandma tells her that the town that she used to live in, their favorite park, is being dug up by bulldozers, and they're going to build some houses or apartments or something there. And Coyote realizes that she had buried something there, something really important to her, but her dad said he never ever wants to go back there. So she has to connive an interesting way to get back there to rescue what she's looking for. And on the way, she takes in a homeless cat. They meet a guy named Lester, who's a striving musician who's looking for a ride. They meet an awesome character named Salvador and his mom, who are trying to escape a bad home life situation at home. And then they meet a girl named Val, who is trying to figure out who she really is. And throughout all of these interactions and this entire journey, they learn a lot about communication and what it means to suffer through something and come out stronger in the end. And truly, this character, Coyote Sunrise, she's witty, she's funny, she's hilarious, she's so lovable, and I just adored getting to know her as a character. So I highly recommend this book. It's one of my favorites that I've read in the last couple years, and I think you will truly enjoy it. So check it out.